Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now, where I am now, in a special place, a terrible embrace, where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, Where I Am Now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to www.1350am, 1400am.com. Click and listen listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise if you do that, we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, comment, subscribe. Go to YouTube at Crystal Records 1, CRISTO Records 1, or at FYI Radio Show host Yolanda Hinton. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We promise on this beautiful day we'll shout you out.
You shout out, shout out, shout out. It's 70 degrees on the outside and it's cloudy too. What a beautiful, beautiful warm day it may be. So is it spring in the air? Is there music everywhere?
The spring is yielding some wonderful, wonderful weather. Thank you, Lord. If it's raining, if it's misty, if it's cloudy, whatever, sunny, I tell you what, we enjoy the day that the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice because he gave us this day to do just that. Mr. E, how was your weekend?
I had a wonderful weekend, had service on Sunday and Mother's Days on Sunday, and presented roses and flowers to all the mothers of the ministry and just had a wonderful time.
Absolutely. Mother's Day was a wonderful celebration. I heard the restaurants, everybody was wrapped around the restaurants. I tell you what, I had a beautiful Mother's Day. It was so beautiful. It started off with some really great exercising and walking and meditation, and it just went on and got better and better and better with my children, grandson, and all of them over. It was just marvelous.
That sounds so wonderful. What a gift did you get?
Going to the bank.
Everybody get all the women and mothers get gifts.
We all get gifts, but the cards are so fabulous and they say so much to us. Yeah. Even the post and things, our children just bless us with the words of life. Yeah. It just elevates us to another level. I'm just thankful to God to be a mother. I love it. A grandmother. I love it. And it was just absolutely beautiful.
Our turn's coming up real soon.
Yeah, Father's Day is coming up, and we
No
want to
twos.
bless them as well. We say,
No twos.
what's a two? Oh,
Two.
no two.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
yeah,
Well, you make sure you tell us specifically what you want, Mr.
That's
E.
right. That's
But
right.
anyway, weekend was wonderful. I hope you all had a wonderful Mother's Day. And even if your mom wasn't here, just celebrating other mothers and other women is a plus, and it makes you feel better, I'm quite sure.
Yeah.
So this is FYI's Mondays Sports Talk. Woo! We're still talking about 2025 NBA playoffs.
That's right. What an awesome time that they had on that NBA. Miss Centton, the playoffs are off the chain.
They are. I'm telling you, some surprises, some not so surprises, some things that are upsets, fast and furious. It is absolutely marvelous. I tell you what, we better hold on to our seats because after a while it's going to be over. And we're going to be into some other things, some other sports. We'll talk about that later.
That's
but
right.
Guess who we have with us?
Who do we have with us?
We have our very special guest and the friend, Mr. Brian Fuller. How are you doing this morning?
From OKC.
Oh,
Good morning.
oh my goodness.
Good morning, great people.
It's always good to have you on. Always good to hear your wonderful voice. OKC is in the house. What can we say, Brian? Tell us how things are going.
Oh, the weather is just as I think E said that's going on in Virginia. It's about 70. Spring.
Yes.
Time, everybody's receiving the energy of the OKC Thunder.
Yeah.
The emotions.
I'm telling you.
The emotions this week.
Brian, tell folk a little bit about yourself and what you got going on.
You still can listen to me on the weekend with my main man Cedric Bailey on the BBC Sport Network. Where
Yes.
you and Mr. E can also have the opportunity to be guests too.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we big things are happening in Oklahoma. The
Yeah,
Thunder
right.
are really bringing folks to the state, and revenue is coming in, and we're just getting ready for the parade. I just say that.
Well, look, let's start off talking about OKC because talking about the numbers, you cannot deny that they are on fire. Let's talk about it. How do you feel about their season? And then we're going to talk about their season in the playoffs. But what do you think all across the board, how they've done?
All across the board, it's been an A plus.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, from the management to the coaches, putting the team together. These guys have endured for about 4 or 5 years, and now it's showing improvement.
That's right.
That they made the right decision.
Wow.
Brian, I don't say good morning again. Normally we'd be at each other, but today is a different day. We're on the same page, and I want to say good morning to you. Brian, listen, we talk about OKC. What a great mixture. What a great team. What a great humbleness that OKC, they're humble through the whole games. Nobody's trying to be a Westbrook. Nobody's trying to be a KD. Nobody's trying to be a Harden. Nobody's trying to be that take the lead in the team. They just playing basketball together. Have you been to one of those games yet?
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
so,
sir. And now I catch them when they putting the beat downs on those, teams that wasn't box office.
uh-huh.
But it's still the same effect. These guys are humble to be, such young gentlemen in the league. And it seems like, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, we know he's
MVP.
but on the court, he wants to be considered just one of the guys.
Wow.
There's not a big I, a little U. And I definitely can respect that. And, that's one thing I like that they have in the organization.
Is that their secret? Their secret sauce is that they're team players.
Team player.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know that there's been some problems here in this round against Denver and the Joker,
Mm-hmm.
and they're gonna have to really show some maturity to finish the Nuggets out.
Yeah.
You have to
Yes.
say that, Mr. E.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna have to grow up now because the Joker ain't finished yet. The Joker is the Joker said he ain't going out like that. But I'm looking for OKC. I'm looking for OKC to step that game up like they did the first win when they run by 45, 43 points. I'm looking for them to step their game and put that speed to work.
Well, let's talk about the Nuggets. Talk about the Nuggets, Brian, and the fact that they're there to fight like crazy as well. They're furious. They're fast and furious as well. Let's talk about them.
Yeah, much respect to the Joker. Now, I know this is all about the MVP, Joker versus SGA. The Denver Nuggets team is a very solid team.
Yes.
I mean, when you look at what Gordon has been doing, hitting clutch shots in both series. Actually, he's someone to deal with. Jamal Murray, of course, is another perennial star. Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Russell.
Yes.
Well, Russell.
Russell is acting like he want to fight people.
Yeah, Russell. Russell is another Damon Green. He comes out, but Russell came from OKC. When Russell came from OKC, he was just too fast for himself, and he run past the backboard, run past the rim. Now he's done flip sides on us. Now he comes out there and he wants to fight. I want to applaud OKC for giving Russell Westbrook a standing ovation when he stepped foot back into OKC's arena.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Russ is still, he's legendary in these parts in the Midwest because, he had 2 MVP seasons. He actually was in the scoring. He had the scoring title. He was electric for a few seasons in Oklahoma.
That's right.
And, people respect that. He didn't want to go jump with the Warriors like KD did.
Yeah.
And, he stuck and rolled it out.
Wow. Yeah. So I got to give props to Westbrook. But guess what? This young man with the great name, I can't even pronounce his name. SG, whatever his name is, he's on
what's his
fire.
name?
He's on fire. That's
Alex,
right.
Absolutely.
He's just like he's another he's a Michael Jordan. He's a what's the young man that passed away? He's a Michael Jordan.
Kobe.
He's another Kobe. He runs like Kobe. He's got that first step like Kobe. He's a Michael J. And then they got a little Dr. J floating through there. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. SGA is an outstanding young man. He's definitely not going to be any trouble off the court.
Wow.
We know that. That's another thing that, because a lot of athletes do, they feel themselves and smell themselves. But you don't see that.
Tell the truth.
Now,
That's right.
Canadian born.
Yeah, Canadian. Yeah.
It doesn't sound, so familiar. But just overall, just great player with the mid-range monster, what I call it.
The mid-range monster, because he came from Canada. He's a Canadian.
So let's talk about the games. Let's talk about Saturday games.
Yeah, Saturday games.
Sunday games, Mr.
Boston Celtics and the New York Knicks. Brian, Boston Celtics, what's your prediction? Who's going to win that series?
I'm saying the New York Knicks are going to go ahead and knock out the Boston Celtics. Well, I'm sorry, Jason Tatum. Sorry, Jaylen Brown. I know you two are, the dynamic duo, but it looks to me like they lost some of that fight.
Do you
right.
think the Celtics? I mean, people really thought that the Celtics would just go in there and just bang it up, but the Knicks are trying to, like you said, they're doing their thing, and we wouldn't be surprised if they did come on top, that they win that series against the Celtics. So
Bronson is looking good.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Bronson hit 27 points, 7 assists. So Bronson looking wonderful on the Knicks side. So, I mean, look out, Celtics. Y'all might not make it.
That's right.
And
I don't think they'll make it.
And it's 2-1.
Why you say that, Brian? How come you said that? You don't think that
the Knicks over the off season, except for last season, they picked up Big Cat from the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
And Big Cat is the type of player. He's almost like a Westbrook. You can say he's a superstar, the type of guy. He should already have a ring, but he just never had some of the players. Like, New York put some good pieces around.
Yeah.
I'm starting to see it's paying off in New York.
What happened to the legendary, those big boys, that dynasty team that was out there by the name of, what is that team, Miss Hinton, that's overrated and where's all the that bring the son aboard when he come and want to play against my boy and then got rid of AD and put the other fella in play. Where is he at? All them superstars. Brian, what happened?
You talking about the Lakers?
I know who he's talking about.
Brian, what happened?
They're fishing right now. Off the beach.
Counting their money. They all right.
You still gonna beat on LeBron?
I gotta get him.
He's gonna do it every time.
I gotta get him. I gotta get LeBron because he's gonna bring his B League son in, and he's gonna play ball with his B League son. And then they got word that he's gonna retire. They're overrated. The Lakers are overrated. They supposed to be. One team is showing up that's that's still hanging in there. That's them Baltimore Celtics. They old school players. They're still holding on. You're still making that name. Keeping that name alive.
Yes, they are. But the Lakers, they just, as you know, got put out by the young Timberwolves.
The young Timberwolves.
Yes.
And they're doing big things too. I'm actually thinking that's who the Thunder may have to face in the next round.
I don't think so. Now, Brian, you just rubbed the nerve there, because the Timberwolves are playing against GS&W.
That's right, Golden State.
They playing against GS&W. I mean,
take off the W.
Huh?
No, take out the S because there's no step. There's no step. You got to have a big S, Superman.
So, Mr.
There's no Steph Curry.
Listen, on Saturday they lost 107-97, and I was
102 to 97.
102 to 97.
Yes, the Warriors lost.
I was just heartbroken when I saw that happen. Because Steph is not in the game. He's got a hurt hand. But what about your boy still getting them technical fouls? When is he gonna slow down?
He's never gonna slow down. They know the Draymond Green.
Oh Lord, Draymond.
He likes to play the villain role.
He does.
I think Draymond is to the age now where he should know. He cost the DSW a championship when he got suspended with LeBron almost 9 years ago. He still hasn't learned, Mr. E.
Well, he's been suspended.
He does. What's wrong with him? I mean, you come all the way to the playoffs and you just act so rough and tough and crazy. What is that?
That's his brand.
I know, but the playoffs, you don't have time to get put out of games.
That's that man brand. He done been suspended 222 times since he been in the league.
Help
That's
me.
not a good brand.
No, that's not a good brand. But Dennis Rodman, look how many times Dennis Rodman been suspended.
Yeah, but Dennis Rodman was with a winning, he was with the winners, though.
Damon is with the winners too.
Champion as well.
Yeah.
Just a little different.
He's cutting up.
Draymond, he goes to the strength. he trying to say he's the angry black man. You're not the angry black man. You got over $1 million. But brothers that got millions, they're not angry.
Did you?
They shouldn't be.
Did you see his commercial?
I didn't pay any attention to
the commercial. Him and his daughter out there playing with the ball, and the ball goes down the hill. Now he's got to go down the hill with the wolf. He letting you know that he battles with the wolf. You can't come and guess who they playing now? That's who they playing. He battling with the wolf. And he playing against the Timberwolves too.
And they have a young, dynamic future face in the league, and Anthony Ant-Man Edwards, who they saying he's like the Grim Reaper. He's knocking on the door. He takes LeBron.
He's
out.
hurt.
He took Luke out. He took the joke out before.
He's hurt. He's hurt. His legs ain't no good no more. He's hurt.
Well, let's talk about Sunday's games, Mr.
Then when you look at Sunday game, OKC played against, the Denver Nuggets on Sunday. Listen to me. Them boys, the OKC had that game won all the way. What is it? But that's not the right score. Yes, it is. 92-87. I mean, OKC, I don't think that's the right score, Miss Hinton. I know
Check it out and
OKC,
see.
they really put up. Yes, they did. That's the right score.
92-87.
92-87.
That was fire. That game, I was like, ooh, they were toe to toe. Just the whole game. You just didn't know, but it was a good game.
I got my games mixed up because halftime, Indiana Pacers was putting a job on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Don't even talk about it.
Yeah. We might well send Cleveland back packing too.
That's right. Listen, I want to go back to OKC. OKC, do you think they're gonna win it in 3-4? They're going to game 4 now.
What are the numbers?
2-2.
It's 2-2.
Right.
Maybe game. They may go game 7. I'm not gonna take anything away from the Denver Nuggets. They could push the Young Thunder to a game 7.
I really think that they're gonna win. The Thunder's gonna win to the game 3, and then they're gonna win the next game. It's gonna be ball game.
Yeah, because it would be sad for them not to.
Huh?
But our fingers are crossed. But these have been some very close games.
Absolutely.
Even the overtime games.
That's the best thing ever happened to Oklahoma.
No, it's not. You're going to have to start watching some of the women's softball. I ain't going to talk about football.
That's right. And then the Indiana Pacers played against the Cleveland Cavaliers on last night, 129-109. They had them something about 30 points ahead of the game before halftime. I mean, do you think the Indiana Pacers going home?
No, not at all.
Not yet.
They're trying to start resting up for either New York or Boston.
Okay.
Now, the Pacers done this exact same thing the last season. It's almost a repeat of how Cleveland just doesn't have enough. They were fools, though.
Wow.
They had a good record all season.
They needed them.
Dominating in the East, and now look at them.
They need the man to come back. You know who they need the man to come back.
No, you said that you talking about he's washed up in his age.
He went over there and won a belt with him and won a ring with him, championship. They need him to come back.
The King gave the city a ring. No, this is Donovan Mitchell's time.
Okay.
Fight.
Well, Donovan Mitchell, he can put it on. I like the way he played. He's done a wonderful job, but he got to look out for them other boys on Indiana. Garland is Garland is a bad boy on Cavaliers too.
Yeah, but it seems like they just can't match up player for player with the Pacers.
Wow.
You know, the Pacers, they're doing some incredible things.
129, they doing
You see
wonderful.
Cleveland beating them this season? I just can't see.
I don't see Cleveland beating them. Earlier part of the game, I thought that Cleveland would go ahead and pull a rabbit out their hat because they won in the West. When they started out, they won and down there in the East. And I thought maybe they would pull it out because they were doing such a wonderful job. But I'm changing my stripes because I know the Indiana Pacers, Miller, he's been sitting on the sideline, help coaching them boys.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yes.
And Miller needs to put his jersey back on, and so he can feel what it's like to go to the Eastern Championship.
Well, tell me,
That's what they're heading to.
So you're saying who's going to win it? Boston Celtics going to beat the Knicks? Or the Knicks going to beat?
I'm thinking the Knicks are going to go to the Eastern Conference Championship.
They have a chance, yeah. But the record, the Celtics now.
Well,
it's not bad.
Like I told Miss Hinton, when you get into these semifinals, that record don't mean a hill of business.
I understand that, but you still know that they are, they have been in it and they've been winning it. Their numbers show it. So I'm saying when it comes to them and the Knicks, it could be any man's game, but I'm just saying, you give them a little bit more because, hey, they've proven themselves.
So you're going with the Knicks, right?
I'm going with the Knicks, but I'm not going to dispute what Ms. Hinton is saying. The Boston Celtics are like the Denver Nuggets. They're champions. They have experience in the playoffs. So the Knicks don't have to keep playing the outstanding basketball.
Yes, absolutely.
The Timberwolves.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be close games that they may go for 1 possession, 2 possession games, or overtime. It's going to be close. It's going to be some dogfights.
Yes.
The Timberwolves and the Warriors.
Wow.
Oh, bye-bye Golden State.
Oh, what? Right. Brian, why do you say that?
Well, because Jimmy Buckets already told him he wants to play in L.A. with the Kings.
Oh,
He's
Lord.
through.
Lord.
He's trying to play hard, but he knows he don't have any help but our step.
I know that's
wow.
right.
But
yes.
The Thunder. Draymond can barely score, get kicked out the game.
Yes.
Mr. E, don't nobody want to play in that type of environment.
And we saw the difference, though, Mr. E. When Steph was out, it was like, okay, now y'all dragging.
Steph had to control him. He had to pull him to the side.
Y'all dragging now.
That's right, because they act like they was afraid to shoot the ball. They act like they didn't have no cutters out there. All they did was pass.
Yes. But go ahead, Mr. E.
Put them on the bench.
That's right. Okay.
Now, there have been reports of Steve Kerr telling players, don't you shoot the ball. Steph Curry, your teammate. Don't you shoot that ball and step on the floor.
OKC and the Nuggets.
All right.
And we got OKC. We'll pull it out. It may be a tough series. It may go 7. They can go back and forth.
No, OKC gonna run it up now.
Oh,
Indiana Pacers and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, that's over. Cavaliers have to win 3 in a row. There's no way.
Wow.
Tick, tack, and toe.
Tick, tack, and toe.
Man, look, we got the WNBA coming up. They did their preseason game. And, last year we were so excited. We had Caitlin and we had Angela. Everybody, I mean, just so many things. They brought the folk to the yard. They brought the fans to the yard. People are excited. What do you think about the WNBA this season?
I'm excited as well. It's good to see, the ladies getting the respect that they deserve, and they actually are true in their form of athleticism. They bring a lot to the table.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
What do you think about Michael Jordan, and the remark he made about Angela Reese?
The remark
is that true?
Angel
though,
Reese that he made by
that?
Angel Reese.
don't know if it's hard to, the internet and social media.
Absolutely. I don't know either, Brian. But I tell him keep his eyeballs to himself. But anyway, Brian.
That's exactly what I say.
Brian, thank you so much for being on. We really enjoyed you on today. We want you to come back. We got more to talk
Go
about.
Cowboys.
Oh, God. You ready for the NFL?
I thought you was going to switch. I want to throw
Ready
that in
for
there.
some football.
I thought he's going to switch since his man gone to the Commanders.
Ooh. Rest in peace.
Y'all Commanders done went to one of your men done went to the Commanders. Have a great one, Brian.
We talk to you later, Brian. Thank you for being on, and thank you all for joining us. You all are a blessing. We're going to see you on Wednesday. We have a special guest, Michael Marshall. We're talking about fentanyl crisis. Be blessed. Enjoy this day.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, this FYI radio show, with your host, Miss Yolanda the Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, co-host. For more information, give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of FYI. Bye now.
Oh, look at our beautiful friends. Good morning, Sheila. I hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. You all that are on here, make sure you say something, and so we can shout you out. This is the E. What do you think? You ready? You ready for some more basketball? Who's going to be on this evening?
Well, tonight, that's going to be, we don't have a special guest, but we got a ball game coming on tonight that we're going to have to really, really pay close attention to tonight's game in NBA.
Yes.
So you're looking at, I think they got a sit down tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, tonight at 7:00 you got the Knicks playing the Boston Celtics.
Ooh.
And then you got Knicks playing the Boston Celtics, and that's playing tonight.
Mr. E, they got to keep up their stamina. They can't stop. These games are back to back.
That's right. And they got to be ready. Be ready. Absolutely. So you got the Knicks and the Celtics and the Timberwolves and the Warriors playing tonight.
Absolutely. So excited about the NBA playoffs. But look, don't sleep on what's coming up with the WNBA. We're going to be following them, giving you all some numbers. Who are the stars out there? Who's playing well? And who's,
Caitlin,
we're going to talk about these ladies.
Angel Reese.
And we're going to keep our eyeballs on the WNBA.
Yeah.
So look, we got some upcoming shows, you guys. We have FY After Dark replay tonight. We're going to replay this show tonight. Also, Relationships 2025 with Alicia Bennett. We're going to give the date for that. We're going to have a panel discussion about relationships in this day and time compared to in the past. You're going to find out there's a big difference. Jason Baker is going to come back with us. We'll set a date with cryptocurrency. I'm curious about that. I'm curious about money, saving money, and what to buy, what to sell. He's going to give us the tea on that. Wednesdays, What's Under the Hat? That's our morning show at 9:30 a.m. Our special guest, Michael Marshall, and he has another young lady that will be joining him talking about the fentanyl crisis. Ooh, I can't wait for that. Also, our Fun Friday, Women Issues, we're going to have that, and we're going to have a really great conversation with that segment. Don't forget to follow us on social media, and don't forget you can be a special guest, intern, or sponsor. And speaking of sponsors, visit Bulvic Academy, BULVIC Academy, and Beard Gods, BEARDGODZ.com. You can be a special guest sponsor intern. Mr. E will give you the tea on that.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern of the Most Talked About Radio Show, all you do is give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com, or you inbox it at whatever Facebook page, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page. And if you'd like to be in our audience, email us your email, and we will email you back and give you the special time that you can come on. All right. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
You all are a blessing. I want to thank all those that are giving gifts and just bless me as a mommy and all the wonderful cards and everything. You all are such a wonderful, wonderful group of folk. Thank you for your support. Look, we're going to see you on Wednesday. Don't forget to join us at 9:30 a.m.
2 up, 2 down, be at it. Be at it.
Let's go to Instagram. We're going to end it here. If we can. That's it. Live stream.